One. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight on this fine evening. I have a special guest here with us tonight. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Many of you probably already know him from his badass podcast. Well, he actually had a couple of them. One of them that he should have never took a break from, but I'm sure he's gonna make a comeback, like I said. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, bro.
What up, everybody? Tony the Wizard once again, the host of Rhodium Radio, with the podcast that slaps you across your fat ass with a fat ass dick. But anyways, right here, I want to thank Marvelous for inviting me. The last time I was here was probably, about a year ago?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
But it been...
A year ago last month, huh?
Yeah, a year ago last month. Yeah, about a good year. It's been a minute, bro, since I've been here. This is only the second time, so thank you for inviting me back. I rarely ever go on anybody's podcast, but I will announce that this Saturday, I will be on a podcast called Street Gospel podcast. I talked to the guy Dave, so much love and respect to the guy Dave if he's watching. It's a pre-recorded podcast, and he wants to talk scripture, and so I want to talk scripture, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That's dope. That was one of the podcasts that you were here for with the brothers, remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. When you go into podcasts like that, do you get nervous about talking, or maybe about the feedback that you're gonna get as to, a lot of Christians, right, or maybe a pastor might be watching and be like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He probably didn't even go to Bible school.
No, but I read my Bible. I don't need a Bible school. Jesus didn't go to no Bible school. Jesus didn't have any commentaries. You know what? He was the spoken word. And when the scripture was written, you know what? That's the scriptures that we read. That's the scriptures that we share. That's what we break bread with. But as far as me getting nervous, no, I never get nervous. I actually look forward to it. And I have a lot of things I want to say, because I am going to point out certain pastors that I think, kind of went left field. I'll give you a quick example. There was a pastor that I used to really listen to on the radio. And I won't say his name, but I'll say his name on that other podcast. And when Kanye West, that kook, when he went public and said he was Christian, a lot of these pastors were writing him and were saying, oh, Kanye West, he's going to be a great, influence. He's going to be a great witness for the Lord. And, bro, there was no fruit on the tree. And these guys were celebrating already.
Wow.
So I'm going to name some of those guys. And then guys like T.D. Jakes, a man of the cloth, a guy that's supposed to be, a man of the Bible, but yet he's over here with P. Diddy at these parties, Mr. Power Bottom.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes, it seems like they're just in it for the money, bro. Like that one dude, I forgot his name, the white dude, and when that whole flood happened with the whole hurricane thing, I guess
Joe Osteen.
Yeah, there you go. And they needed like a place for some of the people to go lay down and sleep and shit, and he wasn't letting nobody in there.
No, of course not. Of course not, because it's a business for him, bro. This is a guy that likes to claim that he doesn't accept a check from the church, but yet he makes $75 million a year just off his books alone.
Yeah. And so the Christian church, though, what's crazy, a lot of people don't know, is they get a curriculum that they have to share or show certain people what they're going to be talking about.
Right. Well, okay, I'll give you a little bit of what I was going to share over there. One of my buddies that he's sold out for the church. Okay, he goes to a church, and the reason why he left that church where he was at, he said because they gave him a little itinerary that they were going to be changing the words of the church. For an example, you can't call somebody who's not saved lost. You call him now, he's unchurched.
What?
Yeah, you can't say hell anymore. You got to say a world without God, because it offends people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't say anymore, this guy's lost or he hasn't repented.
Yeah.
He just, hasn't made a decision for Christ.
Yeah.
So they soften everything up, and he just said, I was out of there.
Wow.
And me studying the scriptures, if you look at what Jesus or Yeshua said, he pretty much just said repent.
Yeah.
But that's what they're trying to leave out. But that's for Saturday. Crazy. But just kind of giving you guys a little introduction of what I'm going to be talking about, which you guys can be looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get it. Go ahead, Norbert.
That was like the longest introduction I've.
Hey, Tony went in on that shit,
he
huh?
went in on that. That was a good 10-minute introduction, Tony.
See, I don't even know that was the introduction. I thought we were just going.
Yeah, we are. I was gonna thank everybody that you're probably tired from work or whatever, and thank you for taking the time to tune in tonight. I
Absolutely
just appreciate it. But hey, I wanted to ask too, since you're in the music game, what do you think about Christian music and Christian rap? Do you think there will be ever a time where that that music would or genre would make a breakthrough and be cool?
Okay, me personally, no. I'm not for Christian rap music, period.
Yeah.
Now, this is me, and this is my answer. This is Tony's answer, and let me explain why.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is for the entire church. If that Christian rap stuff, if you like it, cool. Let me name a phony, a guy by the name of Lecrae. You ever heard of that guy?
Lecrae, nah.
Yeah, or I call him Fake. That guy. First and foremost, he started out by being a Christian rapper, and he had all these Christian kids, really like Lecrae. And then he realized that he was getting popular in the church, and he started hanging around with dudes from the world that weren't singing Christian rap, and he was trying to disassociate himself from Christian rap music. He was like, just because I'm a Christian, I shouldn't be called a Christian rapper. I'm just a rapper. To me, ese cabrón se vendió like he sold out, bro. But now, here's my thing. Take it from me. Let's just say I've been in this rap game since the mid-'80s, okay? I've been in the studio with some heavy hitters for Dr. Dre, Cube, Easy. Then my next camp was Quick, Second to None, AMG. Okay, that was 80s and 90s. I've toured pretty much everywhere. I've been to one of the biggest, most popular strip clubs in the world, or at least in the United States, Magic City. And if you guys don't know what Magic City, that's in Atlanta. And I went there in 1992.
Man, I've been wanting to go there,
Okay.
bro.
I mean, girls are straight, butt naked, walking around holding the G-string.
Hey, they say that. My bad. They say that there is the average or the statistics on men or the ratio is about 7 women to every guy or something. There's that many because most of the dudes over there are like straight gay and shit.
There's a lot of homosexuality over there when it comes to the guy from Atlanta. Yeah, but that's good. They leave more for us. But what I was touching on, Marvelous. So let's just say I go to a club and I see disco lights, I see lasers, I see fog machines. A lot of churches are now doing that. They've been doing that now for a while.
Yeah.
That's why I've told people, look,
like
bro.
a straight club.
Yeah, I don't have a problem going to your church if you invite me. But if your church resembles a nightclub, don't invite me.
Yeah.
Okay, don't invite me because I came from that world. The last thing that I want to do is go to church and it resembles what I came out of.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you get some guy up there, say, ho, for Jesus. I don't want to hear that. If you're going to break bread and you're going to preach the word, you know what? Then I want to feel convicted.
What do you think about the rappers that maybe try to turn a new leaf and they come out that Chicano gangster scene and now they're like all Christianed out? Should they stick to Christian music or not even deal with music after all?
Me personally, you shouldn't even be rapping. You should just honestly, and I'm probably coming out hard, but I don't really care because it's not my podcast. But but I'm gonna tell you this: that you should just shut up and sit down and be discipled. Honestly, before you think you can rap for the Lord, because let me tell you something: a lot of these guys, the reason why they're rapping for the Lord now, because they couldn't make it in the world, so now they want to bring their non-talent self to the church and rap for Jesus.
Damn.
Ouch.
Boom. Left hook.
Rails.
Like Tony. Crazy. All right. How was your weekend?
Are you talking to me? Or
Yeah, to you, homie, to you. You are holding the mic on your chin.
Let's see. Mine was great. Well, what the hell? I don't think I. Well, I was Freaky Tales with Tony, which was a great show. I think with Lily, right?
People
Flor.
been messaging me, bro, and asking about your show that you're gonna do the news with NORBEEZ, or I guess that you're promoting it bigger this time.
Well, no, well, for members, just for
go.
members.
For members, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look forward to that when that comes out. That's gonna be.
Is there
great.
any new podcast that any of you guys have seen lately that's making a come up or doing actually something good for our communities?
No. All these podcasts is drama, chisme, and beefs. That's all it is. You don't learn nothing. It's the Jerry Springer show all over again.
Damn.
That's all it is.
I would say I see a couple of guys out there and a couple of girls actually that are
Somebody said turn Marvelous's mic up, he said.
Oh, turn the mic up.
making their way over there.
Am I low, you guys? Or can you guys hear me good or not?
You're good. They're just fucking.
All right, go ahead.
But I have seen a couple out there. I'm not gonna say their names yet because only time will tell if they start falling for that same trap that all these other guys do, where you got to bring up drama to get your numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm giving them time to see where they're going what direction they're going. Because some of them look like they're gonna go to that direction where, everybody has to come up with a new fake beef. And then some of them are doing like actually calling out these people. So I'm going to sit back and see. Maybe mid-year, I would probably start saying these people's names.
So, any advice, Tony, for a youngster coming up and trying to get into podcasting? What is just a good tip for him or her?
Okay, people always ask me, how do you get people to tune into your podcast? Number one, if they like you, they'll tune in. That's number one. If they like you, they'll tune in. If they don't like you and you want numbers, then just start talking shit about people. Okay, go ahead and start drama. Beefs, makeup, gossip,
Damn.
and then use the word allegedly.
Allegedly.
Just use that.
Allegedly.
That's a new favorite
You know,
word.
that way you don't necessarily accuse them, but you're just saying, allegedly, that's what I heard.
Allegedly.
And that's how you smut somebody's name up. And then pretty soon people are going to start, hey, I heard that dude. I heard he did this. I heard he, allegedly, I heard he did. And you start destroying somebody's name, bro. And honestly, if you're going to start a podcast, let it come from your heart, because you want it to be educational. You want to bless people with knowledge and wisdom. You want to point them in the right direction. But if you don't have time to build up your channel for something like that, then just take the Jerry Springer route and just start throwing fucking blows, cheese men, calling out other podcasters and, fucking crash out, take shrooms and,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So besides all that bullshit and drama on the internet, what do you guys think about, or I mean, you're very weathered on biblical prophecy and stuff. What do you think about all the bullshit going on right now with the fires, the alien stuff, all that?
Well, keep in mind that I don't believe in coincidences. Isn't it funny that it's 2025 and all this started at the beginning of the year? It's almost like there is an agenda. And think about this. The fire started, and then we had 2 earthquakes up north. One was a 3.4, and the other one was a 7 point something magnitude. Okay? I know in Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13, it talks about the Olivet Discourse, where Jesus talks to his disciples about the sign of the times, the end of the age. Now, when we say the end of the age, we're not talking about at the end of the world, that the world's going to blow up one day. No. Okay? That's not what it's talking about. But there will come a time where a certain age will end. We can talk about, when do you feel that age started? I like to say May 14, 1948, when Israel became a nation again, or some people will say no, June 7th, 1967, when Jerusalem was restored to the capital, to be the capital of Israel. Some people say that's when the last days started ticking. We don't know, but those of us that read biblical prophecy, this should not surprise us, and I'll tell you why, Marvelous. Because if we do believe in biblical prophecy, then what we've seen, we should be saying, yes, the Bible's true.
Fuck, hey, Tony's on a sick one tonight, huh?
Yeah,
He's going in tonight, bro.
I definitely believe the age of the Pisces is over.
The Pisces is over.
Pisces.
Yeah, but this is by no coincidence. But I do believe, if you were to twist my arm, that these were started. This just didn't happen because of the winds. This was started.
Yeah.
And then you got that goofball vampire-looking bastard, Gavin Newsom. That dude, blowing all the money on his hair gel. Talking about, we're going to fix this, wiggling his shoulders and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He said he was on the phone with the president, huh?
Yeah, and then Karen Bassin or whatever makes 200,000. I mean, what was it? I think it was 400,000 a year.
What?
Like, she makes a lot of fucking money, bro. And they were unprepared, all for California.
No water.
Unprepared, no water.
And the water was drained from that place that what is it? Africa?
That reservoir?
Yeah, the
Like a
reservoir.
reservoir in
That shit was
Palisades?
gone, homie. That shit is usually
empty.
full with
From
pure water.
what I
right
hear,
there.
it's been empty for more than a year now.
Bro, look at the prices, bro, on our food. Again, just look at orange juice, over $8, bro. Eggs, $10, bro. Okay? And then you got this bastard president, whatever you call him, Michael Myers hair, Joe Biden. That guy's getting ready to leave office. Meanwhile, he's still sending candygrams over to you fucking Ukraine. Here's another 700 million. Really, bastard? We got people over here dying, losing their houses, their childhood memories, and you're over here sending that weenie over their money.
Hey, you ever see the videos of where that fool, it looks like he's wearing a mask?
Yeah,
Biden?
yeah. I seen his ass when he was almost like 6'7". Did you see that fake?
Yeah, there's like 7 different dudes of
Yeah.
him, or that play him.
Joe Biden 1, Joe Biden 2.
That's crazy.
Hey, but what do you guys think about Trump's 4 horsemen of the apocalypse?
I think that was just written into a part of the script, bro.
You guys saw that he recruited 4 individuals for his Hollywood team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I think one is Mel Gibson. that what's it called? Angelina Jolie's dad
Yeah.
and two other actors.
Who?
I forgot their names. They're all white guys, though.
Yeah,
They're
I
all
believe
white
that. I
guys.
believe that all these dudes are part of it, bro. I mean, look at that book, Trump's Marvelous Exit, or it names his son too, Barron.
Oh, Barron, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if you check that out.
There's supposed to be a book about him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Check. You want to read some of the comments, bro?
Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's get into that.
All right.
Let's get into that.
People are gonna
Give
get
me a
mad at
second,
me.
give me a
People
second.
put in Tony Trump, vote for Tony Calimac Party. Let me see what else.
Hell no.
Tony this, Tony that.
People get mad at me when I don't read their
All right, we're gonna
questions.
get to as many comments as we can, homie.
I'm gonna go as fast as I can. Hey, we're not taking calls yet, so
Stop
give us-
calling.
when
Not
we
yet,
when
not
we
yet.
say then call. All right, Giovanni Contreras 409 said, "Saludos to the whole team. Can you guys bring up how there will be one or multiple terrorist attacks here shortly in the U.S. and how we can prepare ourselves and our families?"
Go. You want to answer that first, bro? Not going.
Well, I'll tell you how to prepare. You better have some water. You better have some toilet paper because you saw what happened with all that damn toilet paper.
Holy moly!
Okay. And I would say start growing your food because if something like that does happen, I think one of the first things you're going to cut off is our electronics.
Yeah.
Okay. Today we have a generation of kids, okay, that can text, they can tweet, they can poke, they can DM, they can inbox, but can't hold a conversation. You have a generation of kids that doesn't even know what cursive writing is. You got a generation of kids that will look at a clock with two arms and can't tell you the damn time. We're probably going to have to go back to those kind of days. You know, stock up on batteries as well. Get a what do you call a generator?
Yeah.
That's how I believe you prepare if there is going to be a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know what they're going to attack. We don't know when. They could attack the water. You know,
That's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
we don't know, but I would say stock up on water. Start growing your own your fruits as far as like tomatoes, your onion, chile serranos, whatever, bro.
Hells yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. I don't know if the guy asking the question was asking in that manner, but I don't think anybody ever asks or thinks about it in this way. What would you do if you were being attacked and you were in the vicinity of the attacker? So say you're like at Disneyland, or say you're at wherever you're at, the supermarket, and you know something goes off, or maybe there's an active shooter or some shit. What would you do? So I mean, for the fellas, of course, I always suggest that you be equipped with something, you know, to protect your family with, or yourself with. So have something in your car or on your person, of course, definitely, because you never know what's gonna happen, and be ready to make that move, because a lot of people will pull out their phones and they just want to film the stuff, or they'll wait for somebody else to make the move, and by that time they get hit, their family members get hit, or there's a big explosion or something happens and nobody knows where to run, nobody knows what to do, everybody's just yelling and screaming and it's all chaotic, and you got a bunch of men that are screaming along with the women. You know, it's like, dude, you know, take flight, do something about it. So I think having a plan before you go somewhere, like to Disneyland or anywhere, I'm just saying that, you know,
right?
Have a plan before you go there. Hey, mija or mijo, if this happens, this is where we're gonna meet up. If you lose your phone or whatever, you know, have a plan like that in place. And also show your kids. I know you're probably not gonna think this is the best advice to give somebody, but teach your kids how to use weaponry. Teach them how to use a knife. Teach them how to cut an enemy, like, you know, or somebody trying to hurt their mom or something. You know, show them these things. It's very crucial that they learn, you know, instead of all these other kids pulling out a phone and, you know, dying with their phones in their hands. Show them how to protect themselves.
That's a good plan.
That's what I think, bro.
That's solid right there.
Remember, real quick, Marvelous Norbert.
Yeah.
Remember a while back, they were saying North Korea wanted to invade or wanted to go to war with the U.S. I forgot the guy's name.
Kim Jong Un.
That dude. Okay, Sung Young Man. Okay, that guy. You ever see the movie Red Dawn?
Is that
Red
the one with
Dawn.
Sean Connery?
No, that's the one where the it's like the military's moving in and it's gonna be like the end of the world and shit.
Yeah, and where did they come from in that movie? They came from the sky. They came down, bro. There was nowhere for you to run.
Oh, I thought that was like a communist.
No, and it was Korea in that movie.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, that invaded the U.S.
Oh shit! I gotta
So
watch that.
if they say, like you say, Marvelous, they show it to us first in the movies.
You
know what I'm saying?
Believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. Definitely. All right, let's move on to the next one. Gonzalez from NorCal said, please go deep into the LA fire topic.
Well, I don't know how much deeper you want to go. You want to go deeper into Atlantis? Because my thing is this, that we pretty much already covered that I believe that these fires were started by someone.
Yeah.
Now, some people want to say, oh, there were bums, there were homeless people started. Now there are people that like to cook their meals on those damn streets, but they've been cooking that shit for years, and they never started these kind of fires.
Facts.
Okay, so that's my thing. I really do believe that this was a plan, the same way they did Hawaii.
Yeah, facts. And the whole narrative for this shit, I believe, from my own research and real research, fucking is the whole smart city program that they have in effect. They want to have smart cities, and a big thing is these smart meters. Man, these smart meters are really bad. You could pay. I think. Oh no, you know what? Do you have to pay to have the old one put back in your pad?
No, they offer it for free.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, to put the new one in.
Yeah, no, but to put the old one,
Oh,
like
they-
people that don't want to have it,
they
I
probably
think
would
I don't
charge
think
you.
you have to pay. Do you? Or if it was, I don't know.
We're
I
all
won't say the
paying
wrong
in
thing.
one way or another.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things that smart meter. But go for it.
All right. These two questions are about UAPs and drones. I think we've already gotten
Yeah,
deep
go to
in
the
that.
next one.
All right.
All droned out on me.
Okay, this is an interesting one because I think this happened. Buenas tardes, saludos y respeto to you and the cast, Danny. So
it.
my question to you, Marv, is it's on the moon. Not sure if you noticed it just so during New Year's, it didn't move for almost 3 days. What are your thoughts?
What did it move?
The moon.
Oh, the moon. Bro, I didn't look at it for 3 days,
Yeah,
bro, so I couldn't tell.
I never knew that, bro. That it didn't move for 3 days.
Oh yeah, I stayed in one place.
How do you know that?
Cause
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I looked at it.
Did
You
you
look
Every
at the
night.
moon not move.
I looked at the moon because I think she's looking at it at the exact same time.
He was on your roof eating kibbles and bits
No,
watching
but
it.
think about that, bro.
Which
Think
one?
about that. You're watching the the moon for that long that you're actually seeing it not move.
Oh no, I was playing. I didn't look at it. I mean, I did look at it, but
Well, I'm not just saying you. I'm just saying for anybody to say something. You know,
Oh,
like
okay,
the
I hear
sun
you.
is 25 million light
Yeah.
years away,
Well,
but they have a camera and pictures that they got there somehow.
I think it's gonna be January 25th, where you could see certain planets lined up.
Right.
Oh,
the
well,
sky.
they're all supposed to be lined up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now the thing is that they're gonna be lined up in the sky. We're not gonna see like one ball, and they're all.
Is it gonna be from biggest to shortest?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
smaller?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's.
Everybody believes NASA, homie.
I think it was alphabetical
That's
order.
crazy.
All right, let's see. Okay, maybe this one because I don't think Marvelous touched on this.
Go ahead, bro.
Tony has, but talk about how Billy Carson got exposed by Wes Huff. What's your opinion?
Think about who?
Billy Carson.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll touch on that after.
Getting exposed by Wes Huff.
Well, I think it's about time, but I don't think that dude is the one that exposed him. That dude Carson exposes himself, bro. He always does that shit where he says something and it totally contradicts the other whatever else he was saying. Always bringing up the emerald tablets and how they're this and Thoth and all these gods are the real deal, you know, and the Bible's not real. But yet he'll reference the Bible sometimes as being, oh, some of these scriptures are true, but these other ones are not. Who is he to pick and choose what's real and what's not?
Right. Well,
And my bad, bro. And then how does him and his wife always get this information? Like they're the gatekeepers, homie. They're the ones that have the keys that we're only gonna just let Carson know and have him put it. How does he know all these things or been to all these places?
Most people don't talk about the wife either.
Yeah, well, she's barely, you know, and then she comes out, you know, like all sexualized on the, you know, it's for education, homie. But you could just see. I don't know, bro. I feel like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see when somebody's fake as shit, bro. Pushing a fake ass narrative or getting paid, homie,
Yeah.
to say shit. And look at what happened.
Well, I could say
He
we
ate-
never seen
he
anything
ate
like
his own
that.
words.
out
I'm
here
sorry,
on YouTube.
Tony.
no, all good. I had talked about Billy Carson before, I believe, on one of our podcasts.
Yes.
And that guy, to me, has always been a fraud. When he came out with that book, the Lost Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and then That was debunked. That was a forgery. Those tablets never existed. So he wrote an entire book on nothing. Okay. Then he sits down and considers himself one of the fourth best known scholars in the world.
Yeah.
You know, and then he got his ass handed to him when he sat down Zoom debate with Wesley Huff. Wesley Huff is 33 years old and knew what he was talking about. You know, he understands the Hebrew, he understands the Greek. Okay. And then when Billy Carson was saying that in the Sinai Bible, which is the Codex Sinaiticus, not the Sinai Bible, he was saying that Jesus was never crucified. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus was never crucified. In other Codex Vaticanus, Jesus was never crucified. Well, this guy reaches behind him, grabs the book, and he says, well, I have this in the Greek, and he was crucified.
Yeah.
And his only rebuttal was, well, if you say, you know, he was crucified, okay, then I'll take your word
And
for it.
then he wants to sue him.
Yeah, and then he wanted to sue him. This guy, I'm just glad that he was exposed when he was, because all of this snowballed. Because Joe Rogan found out about him, because Joe Rogan had Billy Carson on. So Joe Rogan called Wesley Huff, flew him in, they debunked him. Joe Rogan pretty much said this guy got caught with his pants down. And then Patrick Ben David also had Billy Carson on, and then he flew in Wesley Huff to talk about Billy Carson too. So right now, Billy Carson, if you're watching, you're punching air, pal.
Ouch. He's really suing them, huh?
Yeah.
Like Drake suing Kendrick right now for defamation.
Drake's
also.
a big pussy.
Hey.
Crazy.
All right, next
All right,
question.
Next one, homie.
Okay, Mundo One Vein. Could a brother eloquent in the scriptures change your mind that the Holy Land is towards the east and not here? Or are you too far gone in that belief?
Who's that too?
Either.
No, well, okay, so the Holy Land, bro, or for whoever's asking, people have an idea that the Holy Land is over there, and Jerusalem is over there towards the east, and from what we've been taught through either if you go to Bible school or you learn in the church, or somebody just happens to show you the maps and where Jerusalem's located and stuff like that. But if you look at the old maps of the Americas, all those names are the holy cities. They were over here. They were never over there.
That is weird that
They were never over
those
there.
names are there.
Palestine, that was always Palestine. That has never been, Israel.
I think the news called it Palestine.
Yeah, well,
When they got brought up, I don't know if you guys remember that railroad, that train that crashed. All the chemicals just crashed into that town called Palestine.
No, I don't remember, bro.
They wouldn't call it Palestine. They would just call it Palestine on the news. You guys don't recall?
What this is something to think about, okay? And it's just, I'm not saying this is fact or anything like that. It's just something to think about. So the story of Moses, right, where he's leading the Israelites out of captivity, or trying to, and he's going at it with the pharaohs and stuff like that. And, there's this prophecy that he's supposed to go, lead his people. And that story, all the names of those cities and stuff like that were in Egypt, those are all over here. Like the Nile River would be the Mississippi River. The Red Sea would be the Gulf of Mexico. And it's crazy because when you see all these old maps, bro, those are all our ancient cities. If you look at all our pyramids are the real ones. They're not the knockoffs. They have they're sculpted, not sculpted, but they're graded, bro. The ones over there aren't. What I mean, they have a step.
Yeah.
Those other ones are just purely used for power. Ours were really used for sacrificial offerings and the power of the offering. They don't have that. Theirs is actually just a big battery thing. And it's kind of funny because when people go on the tours over there in the so-called Egypt, it's just like going to the La Brea tar pits. You go to this supposed tomb, and you got a bunch of fucking young dudes out there that are supposedly part of the science community, and excavators and people that do historical digging and shit like that, right? And these people don't even know what they're digging. They're just there, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, we work." Like, how long have you been digging there? It's like over here, bro. They have a tar pit that they've been digging for how many since I was a little boy. But when I take my kids this past year, they're digging in the same spot, and they haven't gone no deeper. So, who's digging? Like, What are they digging with, bro? A spoon?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shit.
It's just something to think about.
Tony, you want to add to that?
Yeah, what do you think about it, bro?
No, because it'll contradict everything you said.
No, but go ahead.
Nah,
Go-
hey, it's good to have two answers. I mean,
Okay. First, let's look at 70 AD when Roman Titus came down and destroyed Israel, dispersed them to the four corners of the earth. If you look at the Olivet Discourse in Matthew 24, Jesus said, not one stone will be left upon another after the disciples pointed out the temple where the Ark of the Covenant was. After the crucifixion, the veil was torn. Everybody can now come and pretty much anybody can now come to Christ, not just the high priest, behind the holy veil into the Ark, the Holy of Holies where the Ark of the Covenant was. That's for a different time. But now, the Holy Temple, okay? Jesus predicted it that it would not one stone will be left upon another. That was in Jerusalem. Approximately 37 years later, after the death, burial, and resurrection, that temple was destroyed by Rome, and the Jewish people were dispersed to the four corners of the earth, north, east, south, and west. You go to Jerusalem today; those stones are still there, and that happened in 70 A.D. So for me, that proves that that's Jerusalem.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you said that you go over there and there's whatever there may be footage, or you could go over there and you can actually see stones, right? A
correct.
temple, right?
Right.
But what would say that would be the stone temple? Or wouldn't it, if you were go over here and you were seeing the same thing, and I could show you a stone temple that's destroyed, and call it and show you a map that shows that this was Jerusalem, how would that be any more factual than what you're saying? You know, you got me?
Right. Well, because in the book of Daniel, well, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah, for about 40 years, was preaching to the nation of Israel because they had fallen into idolatry and they were worshiping false gods. So God allowed their enemy to come in and invade them, and he took them into captivity into Babylon, which is modern-day Iraq. They were there 70 years, and then eventually they allowed them to go back to rebuild their temple. The temple was there. Eventually, when the temple got, during the time of Christ, Herod renovated it and made it actually bigger and a little bit more lavish. So it's throughout the Old Testament and the New Testament, the temple has always been there. So to me, that's Jerusalem.
Okay.
Now, that's just me, but I'm glad that you give a differences of opinion. But to me, if you look at an aerial view of where the temple once stood, you know what's right there in the middle on temple property? The Dome of the Rock, the Islamic mosque.
Okay.
They actually built it so that they wouldn't build on top of that temple, because if they're going to build their temple, then they have to remove that mosque, and they're not going to do that because they believe in there is the rock where supposedly Muhammad on his flying donkey, Barak, went up to heaven on a rock there. So they're not going to ever move that out the way because that's a holy site.
Give me a paper and a pencil real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you something.
yeah, let me.
Right in back of you, bro. Right in back of you. Right there where the paper and the pens are at. Right there below you. Right there, homie. Gracias. Anyone. I'm gonna show Tony something. I'm gonna ask you something really important.
Right. So here's my thing. So now, one last thing. If we look at,
It's all right, bro.
I'm trying to remember the name of the book. I want to say Zechariah 14. It talks about the second coming, okay, which is still in the future.
It's okay, fool. Go ahead.
I believe it's Zechariah 14. When it talks about the second coming of Christ, he comes down, lands on the Mount of Olives, walks through the Kidron Valley, and he goes through the eastern gate. The eastern gate leads into the temple. Now, that eastern gate is still there, but what the Muslims did, they actually covered it. They bricked with bricks, and he put an Islamic cemetery right there so that nobody would go through there.
Yeah.
But it's prophesied that the Messiah is supposed to walk through there. So when I see a lot of these historical locations in the scriptures and I see them there, I kind of have to go with that. But go ahead.
Okay,
All right.
so okay. There's two nations of people
Uh-huh.
that came from Rebecca, right? We'll say Jacob and Esau, right?
Uh-huh.
So we got Jacob, and then we got Esau.
Correct.
Okay, one lost his covenant, right?
Right.
That was Esau, right?
Right.
So the other ones that kept it was Israel, the seed of Jacob. Okay, so if we were told that we had to migrate and leave a certain city, state, or whatever, and we might, okay, let me ask you this first. My bad, bro. I don't mean to skip everywhere, but my mind is everywhere right now with this question.
Right.
So, would you say the Jewish people know something that know more than we do, as far as biblical history or knowledge on prophecy, on what we're supposed to be doing and stuff like that?
You know, Marvelous, I used to think that, if anything, the only thing they may have, and again, I'm going to say it because I believe that the Old Testament was written in Hebrew, certain parts of it were written in Aramaic, the New Testament was written in Greek. If anything, they can read the scriptures in their own language, even though they don't believe it. But today, if you're a believer in the scriptures, and if you feel you're led by the Holy Spirit, He is the interpreter of the scriptures. That's something that they don't have.
Right.
So I think, in a sense, us that believe in the scriptures somewhat have an upper hand.
Okay. So why I'm asking that, bro, is because I believe that they're trying to get their covenant back.
I think
that's
so.
what this is about. Okay, so we were told to migrate, right, out of a certain place or whatever. That would be literally, okay. So they left over there, Jerusalem, right, out of captivity from Egypt. Right. Okay, and if God told them to migrate to the east or whatever, why are they still in the same spot then?
What do you mean?
Why are they still claiming that to be the land over there, or their land?
Because biblically, again, there's a lot to unpack.
And build a new temple there.
Right. Biblically, again, it's a lot to unpack. I can show in the scriptures that that is their land. It was never Palestine. But again, that's just scripture. And, you know.
You can show that Israel was never Palestine, you said?
Yeah, I can show that. The only time it was Palestine is when they were dispersed for almost 2,000 years, so the four corners of the earth. And then in the book of Ezekiel, where it says that in the last days God will bring them back to their homeland, and He brought them back.
Ooh, we are gonna need to have that conversation, bro.
Yes, you are. But
we are gonna need to have that conversation because it was never Israel. That was Palestine, and the reason why what I'm saying to break all this down, bro, because I believe that they're trying to get their covenant back, and that they're trying to migrate
birthright back.
Get the birthright back. And migrate to the east where they build a new temple in the New Jerusalem, where they're at now today. Okay. Because they haven't moved. That's our spot.
Okay.
That's our thing, and it's.
That's good though. I'm glad that we can share it with everyone.
But yeah, the names of them. I need to show you the maps, bro. I think that's. I don't know.
That'll work.
All right.
Yeah, my bad for the lag on the breakdown.
Here's a good question right here from Carlos Loves Y'all. He said, should the land destroyed and the fires be given back to the indigenous people of California?
I mean, we haven't had our land for a year, so it wouldn't even matter. And then the other thing is to give it what after it's all burned up? Like,
yes,
I don't understand what would be or how we would benefit
at least
from that.
Tribe that was from there,
and they would never give anything back. They would never give anything back because their whole thing is to build these smart cities, bro. They want these smart cities.
All right. Well, here's another. Tony, do you have anything to say about that?
Repeat the question again, please.
Should the lands destroyed and the fires be given back to the indigenous people in California?
Look, I'm going to say yes, but are they ever going to get it back? No. So you know what? Let's move on.
Okay. All right. Here's a good one from Henry Facio 5981. Who are the 13 bloodlines, and what did Hitler know that the rest of the world did not? I know this question gets asked a lot. Maybe you might have answered it, but who do you think built the pyramids, the ones in Mexico and the Egypt ones? Do you think man really made those?
You want to go for it? Go ahead, bro.
Okay, now let's talk about the pyramids in Giza of Egypt,
questions.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, let's just start with Egypt. We don't know. We can always speculate. My dad, who was a big paranormal guy, he would say aliens. Some people would say the Nephilims. Some people say that they had technology where they used sound to lift up rock. We don't know today. You know, I remember when CDs first came out and everybody was like, oh my God, a CD. And then people were still saying, but we still don't know how we built the pyramids, you know? And then the what did you call that? It wasn't the iPhone. It was the
mini disc?
No, the something just had music. Remember? iPod came out. Oh, wow. But we still don't know how to build the pyramids. Okay. But you know what's crazy? We always question those pyramids.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
built those? You notice they never questioned the ones in Mexico who built them because Mexicans built them, bro.
Hey,
For real.
facts.
You know what? They know who built them. Oh, they did because they love to work. Because nobody can outwork a Mexican, bro.
Facts.
Okay, but in Egypt, we don't know.
We don't know about
We don't know.
aliens.
But Mexicans built those.
How do you think they were built?
How did
The
I
Egypt
think-
ones?
Which one? All of them.
Well, ours. How do you
Me?
think ours were built?
Ours? I think we built all of them.
Okay.
I mean, for the get.
But how though? How do you think they were built? Since they say we had no instruments or
And
nothing
this-
to carve
and-
these you
And
know.
this is what I tell people. A long time ago, there was a very massive war on this plane
How do you know?
because you could see sites around the world where there's deserts. Why are there deserts?
And that's
why,
a war?
Why are there sand? There shouldn't be any sand.
Why?
Because sand gets created. It doesn't just get born.
How?
By heat.
So
Heat.
sand gets created by heat.
Yep. That's how. Then
What
that
happens to
turns
sand when it gets heated up?
It turns into glass also.
Then why isn't it glass?
There is glass in a lot of these deserts.
Right.
There are glass.
So you're
That's the
saying that
crazy
the
part.
sun has been in these areas?
No. I'm saying there was a war that was very catastrophic.
And my bad, homie. I'm
to
just
these-
trying to understand you, dog.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There was a war that was very catastrophic back then. I don't know when. Maybe sometime before the
NORBEEZ Carson.
Before the book.
I
of
know. And then how do you know there was a war?
because even in the book of Enoch, which I would say was one of the oldest books in history, would say that there was a war between the Nephilims, the angels, but they wouldn't say who they're fighting a war against.
Uh-huh.
They would say that humanity was corrupted at that time. But isn't it funny that the ones that were really corrupted were the angels? Because they were the ones doing things that go against God's rules.
Right. The fallen angels, yeah.
The fallen angels. So who were the fallen angels really fighting?
So here's a question then, real quick, to go along with what you're saying, bro. If the angels are so evil, right?
Yes.
And they're doing all this mischievous shit,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And God is the final answer to the last word. Are they really evil?
Yes.
They are evil?
Yes.
Then God's evil.
No, God's. I don't. Well,
Because
you know
God
what?
said, the Most High says, not a sparrow shall fall, right? Without the authority of Him, right?
A spirit would be us, humans,
Uh-huh.
are God's children.
Right?
Angels are God's creations.
Okay.
We are God's children.
Okay.
So we have a deeper connection to God than an angel would,
How is that?
because angels were created,
Yeah, but they're created of God. They're
Yeah,
given
but
certain authority of Him.
but created to what?
To what?
To what?
That's what I'm
What
saying.
were their mission?
Are they evil? Because at the end of the day, God has the say so to say no, you can't, or no, or yes, you
I
can.
can definitely say that the only entity in history that has ever been able to defy God in a physical form would have been angels, not humans.
To what? To disobey?
To defy God, to go against God, to
But we go against God all the time.
We can't. How?
How not? With blasphemous words.
But physically, how?
But that is
how can-
physical. If words
how?
manifest frequency, that manifests change.
But that's frequency. I'm talking
But
about.
that's manifest change.
But it doesn't. You can't see a physical form to it.
Yes, you can.
And you could see
if I say
a
NORBEEZ, if I say NORBEEZ,
Yeah.
no disrespect, but
No,
if
no.
I say fuck you,
Yeah.
and call you out your name, homie, that frequency is gonna change your blood cell, homie. That's a physical change.
That is a physical change.
Thank
but
you.
I can't see it. I could hear
You
it.
could see it.
I could hear
if
it.
I pull your blood cell out and I put it under a
Okay,
microscope,
okay.
you can see it.
But you see, you got to get a microscope. Angels were able to do it in the physical form,
But
according to
that
those
is a
books.
physical form.
No.
Next question.
All right, now we're gonna go back.
You agreed with me and disagreed at the same time.
I did. All right, let's see. Soy Platino said, "Marvelous. I'm Latino. Is it wrong to want my kids to marry Latinos to continue our bloodline?"
Is it wrong? Heck no, man. I think we should stay in our bloodline. Most definitely. You find your daughter's a suitable man for them, respectful man, and for your sons the same thing.
That's a good one. What about you, Tony?
I know I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways.
Hey.
Look, my mom and my dad are both from Mexico. I never grew up calling myself Chicano. I was just always a Mexican, bro. Okay. I've only ever been attracted just to Mexican girls. You know, yeah, have I seen beautiful women from time to time? Yeah, there's beautiful women in all different, different colors, shapes, and sizes. But I've always been attracted just to Mexican women because I love my culture, and we don't have to change anything. About our culture.
Yeah.
For an example, I've had friends that he was a Mexican guy, he married a white girl that was a Jehovah's Witness. We went over to his house one day for Christmas, and he had a little nativity set. She was blown away, like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And issues like that rose up in their relationship. Well, that's not the way I was raised, but this is the way I was raised. And there were cultural differences. Not saying that they couldn't be worked out, but it brings a lot of problems, For an example, had a buddy of mine, Mexican guy, married a black girl. Sweet person. But eventually, we don't do that here in my house. We don't do that. Well, I was raised this way. Well, I was raised this way. And then you start throwing racial shit at each other.
Ouch.
So it's like, I think this is just me. For me, and I'm speaking once again for me, I just like Mexican women, bro. So.
Well, here, let me put
or
it.
Latinas,
let me put it another way for you two, as fathers. Should a father take more responsibility in the man that their daughters choose?
Should,
As a way they should have more of a say.
should fathers?
Should fathers have more of a say?
I think so.
Facts. Well, before, even in old tradition, like in Pakistan and Afghanistan out there, the father chooses the male for his daughter.
But you know what? Let me just add something to that really quick. I'll make it personal. My oldest daughter now, who is 30, I never gave her my blessing to have boyfriends. She had 3 boyfriends growing up, high school, teenager and everything. I broke all those relationships up, bro.
Damn.
I didn't like those guys. I didn't like those guys. And you know what? Now she thanked me because she married a great man. I have a great son-in-law. He's a believer. We share scripture. We have great conversations. He's the one taking me to the podcast on Saturday. And you know what? It was a beautiful thing because I saw the way she was starting to go with these other guys, and it wasn't good. So I think as a father, as a protector of the home, yeah, I think you do at times need to step in. And I'm going to say this to you men out there, okay? You need to get off the damn couch, start eating Cheetos and Twinkies and Red Bulls, and get your ass in the gym, okay? Because one day your daughter's going to call you and say, this motherfucker beat me up. And then guess what? Your fat ass is going to get over there and get knocked out. It's happened before, okay? I stay in shape not only for myself, but to protect my family. So if one of my kids ever tells me, this guy this, I'm fucking his ass up, period. That's how I protect my family. So a lot of you guys need to get your ass in the gym because you're younger than me, okay? And you're fat and sloppy. So let's get that shit together. 2025, let's go.
That's right. All right. So I'm going to read this one, and then I'm going to read one last one. Okay, this comes from Young and Hung. He says, marvelous.
Young and Hung?
Yes.
You couldn't wait to read that one, huh?
No, he's a normal. He's a regular at this point.
Okay.
Marvelous. What do you think about the rapper Drex the Joint situation? I don't know if you guys are familiar with that situation currently.
The rapper who?
If Drex the Joint.
Go for it. Yeah.
It also follows with, if you don't know, well, he was on Instagram live dissing another rap group. He has beef with, but his homies in the background said the F the N words with the hard R, and now blacks on social media are going after him.
Oh.
He tried to clean up the situation by doing a video call with Whack 100 on YouTube. I mean,
So you didn't hear about that, right?
No, but whenever you start using the NIGGER word, don't fucking do that shit, man. I don't care who you are, especially if you're from LA, because what you're gonna end up doing is starting a fucking race war when it's unnecessary.
His dad's Mexican or his mom?
I think his mom.
They're both.
Oh,
They're both Mexican?
Both from Mexico.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
they are?
Full-blooded Mexican.
Oh, so I guess a lot of people will assume that he's black because he looks real dark.
I don't know who he is, bro.
I think they're Afro-Latino or something.
They're
Yes.
Afro
Okay.
Mexicans.
Some new rapper, but you know what? People got to remember, especially the youngsters now, that this YouTube shit, everything's being recorded. Like there's no oh, I hope they didn't hear it or whatever. No, that shit's gonna be here for as long as YouTube is up. So they got to watch what they're saying. But on the other The other side, I think that it's just his youth speaking. You know, I don't think that any of these dudes out here that have said that, or the ones that have went viral recently from certain bottles, that they actually mean what they're saying. I think that they're in the moment. In a way, it's sort of not cloud chasing because there's nobody that they're chasing after specifically,
Right.
but it's a way to get recognition from the homies and make them feel that, hey, I'm down and I'll do anything to anybody from my neighborhood, and that's the way they're proving themselves, like to go to prison.
Right.
You know, prison and jail is a big thing to these youngsters now, and that's how you make it to be a man. And that was never the case growing up. You know, homies got clowned when they used to get busted. If not, even worse, they got checked when they got out for getting busted and being dumb enough to get busted, or rolling with homies that they wouldn't or they shouldn't have been rolling with, or whatever the scenario is. But at the end of the day, these bottles that have said certain things, they're not close enough to black neighborhoods to actually be beefing like that anyways. So you know it isn't really in their heart to diss a race or another race unless something specifically has been done to them. So at the end of the day, it's just common sense, you as a viewer, to use your discretion and discernment and know what's real and what's not. Okay, this person isn't really like that. That's really as you speaking or whatever. You know, it's up to you, the viewer, to know that, to know better. Not to these people saying the shit.
Right.
But yeah, go for it.
All right. Okay, well, here's the last one.
You know what? Hold on a second. I want to address one guy that said on the live chat, okay? And I believe what he said is right, and to a certain extent. He said, Tony, if you were to raise your daughter right, you wouldn't have to check anyone or something like that, okay? It wasn't that they weren't raised right. Marvelous. I was raised right by my mother and my father, but I chose to do wrong all on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it does happen. So some kids, as long as my dad doesn't know, as long as my mom, but check this out, I knew.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's what I did. Obviously, you must not have no kids to say something like that. But go for it.
The other way, one more thing, let me add to it. My bad. And the thing to add on to that, you could say that all day. People can say that all day about raising their kids or whatever. But a lot of stuff we talk about is, the curse that is on your bloodline. So regardless on how you're raising your kid or you think you're raising your kid, if you're supposed to receive karma in your life or your children, it's going to come regardless however you're raising your kid. If they're supposed to go out and hurt somebody or they're supposed to get hurt, then that's just what's in store for them.
There you go. All right. So before I read the last question, I want everybody that's watching right now, please hit the like button. Okay. Last one is before we go into calls. Tony, Marvelous, what do you think about the differences between relationships back then and relationships now? Whoever wants to start with that.
Go for it, homie.
Okay. I want to read something really quick.
Oh, go.
It says right there, American Cholo's broken garage that whack 100 kicked. Tony A's whack 100 boot print is still on AC's broken garage.
There you have it.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're saying compare old school relationships today?
Yeah. What was a relationship back then? I think it was like, I want to say like the 80s or 90s for you.
Okay. Let me go a little bit further because I'm going to tell you a story that my mother told me about her and my dad. Now I've always wanted to go back to my mom's hometown where her and my dad met, which is Torreon, Coahuila.
Yeah.
But a lot of people never heard of it. But if you have, that's where my mom and my dad met. Half of my family was born over there. I just happened to be born over here. Now, my mother told me that back then, when people saw you holding hands, that was a big deal. Like, they knew that you two were one. You know, that's how nobody would want to talk to you because, okay, she's already taken or he's already taken. So everybody knew. It wasn't about today. How come you don't post me? Okay? Now, I remember when I first started dating.
Yeah.
I'd have to go 20 cents or a dime, call. Is so-and-so home? No, she's at work. Hang up, go home. Maybe I couldn't use the phone and we didn't have a phone.
Yeah.
And, go to the damn phone booth again, 9 o'clock. Ching, 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 ching. Hello, is so-and-so home? Yeah, she's right here. Okay, cool. Stayed there till about 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
What?
Yes.
Outside?
Outside,
On the
bro.
public phone?
Yeah, off of Lomita and Avalon, right there at the muffler shop. I would make all my calls.
You really were a bad boy.
Yeah. So what happened was,
Don't ever talk to him like that, fool. Dirty vato.
so
A
what,
delinquent, I mean. A delinquent.
so what happened was, I remember like after about a month, I finally asked her out on a date, and she said yes. Okay, and then guess what? Maybe I got lucky a week or two later, and maybe asked her for a good night kiss. The difference today is you could talk to a girl today, this morning, and by the evening, you'll probably get a naked pic from her in your DM.
Hey, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's starting to sound a lot better now.
Okay? Now, maybe to you, but that crap ain't going to last. Do you know how many times that picture has probably been recycled?
Ouch.
A gang, huh?
Okay? A gang, bro. You know, if she showed you her tetas, everybody else has seen them.
That's why I tell guys, don't ever send a dick pic. Send somebody else's.
Don't be sending pictures of your chichis.
Hey.
Okay, like I'll give you another example. Okay? I remember I met couples in the past that said, I knew that was going to be my wife immediately, but I wanted to make sure, so I waited about a year or two to make sure, tie the knot, okay? Bro, I know guys that pick up girls the same night, they bone them, and then they move in together. That's the difference, bro. I just don't think that there's any more pursuers when it comes to men. Now, here's the thing. Are they pursuing the right woman? Because today with social media, she has options.
They do
Okay.
have options. The DM is full.
Yeah, the DM is full, and she's probably got a refrigerator full of weenies in her DM. That's probably what it looks like, bro. Okay? And then you're over here trying to be the nice guy. You're trying to win her heart. You're trying to win her over. You want to take her to a nice dinner, maybe to a movies, and eventually meet her mom. I mean, your mom. And then things don't work out because maybe she just thinks you're just too damn nice. Oh. But then the homie picks her up, buys her a hamburger special, a 40-ounce, takes her to the drive-in, and se la clava.
Calls her a bitch and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Hurts every time, Tony.
So here's my thing. Is there good women out there? I believe there is. Is there good men out there? Yes. But I think we're outnumbered by these social media whores, and it goes on both sides, men and women.
Well, you can't tell. It's like there could be a good girl, but they're mixed in with all the hood rats. So we don't even know the difference, you know?
Even the big chicks.
Oh, the big
they act like the big torta
nowadays,
chicks.
everybody thinks they're fine. Homie,
Yeah.
because
Everybody.
got a filter.
Everybody's a car show model.
And everybody's like, oh, you're beautiful, you're fine. Like, you don't tell every fucking hyena that. Like, not every hyena's beautiful or pretty, homie. Like, take off that fucking makeup or let her start talking and that shit goes out the window quick.
They all got the same makeup format, too. They have the same face.
They look the same.
Look, I'm going to say something to a lot of you women out there that are watching this. I know you already know this, so allow me to remind you, okay? Don't fall when a man calls you beautiful. Don't fall for it, okay? I'm going to tell you why, because I had a guy that was his pickup line. Every time he saw a girl, hey, what's up, beautiful? And the girls would just blush. And he said, that's my word, bro. I get laid all the time. And I was like, they fall for that shit? You don't even know. Look, check this out. I remember a chick asked me one time,
You're beautiful?
am I beautiful? And you know what I told her?
What?
I don't know. We haven't had a conversation yet.
Damn, look at that.
And you know what? I straight told her, I don't find you interesting.
Oh.
That's just as worse as telling a man he's got a small pee-pee.
Ouch.
You're a heartbreaker, eh?
Hey, right?
Fucking heartbreaker right here.
Bad boy for life. Okay, Marvin.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's hard, bro. Like it's sad. It's depressing. I feel bad for the younger generation. One of my sons, man, I hear so many stories of women that he meets aggressive. They're like dudes and shit.
Fuck,
In this generation, Norbert, I see women, mostly on Facebook, that will proudly post, women are worse than men. Women are hornier than men. Women need more than just one. And they're just throwing it out there. And I'm like, well, if you're boning yourself with a big-ass Godzilla dildo,
Jesus.
can't no man ever going to satisfy you. Okay? You might as well just get one of those. What is it?
Ah, for real.
A
Power
power
s-
driver.
yeah.
Power driver. I think that.
For
Wow.
real, for real.
But yeah, it's tough out there. I mean, social media doesn't help the cause at all. I mean, you have social media making every girl believe that they're the prettiest, they're the top of the class,
Yeah.
and it's how do you?
Well, you ask them their body count, homie, and they're they're more than willing to say like, oh yeah, over 100 guys or over this or whatever. Like, damn, homie, you're willing to fucking say all that shit. It's crazy.
That's
But yeah, go for it. Next one.
I love like the little hate that people are throwing at me because I'm speaking truth. You guys must have felt guilty.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see.
I better say what I'm going to say because Marvelous might not ever invite me back.
Go for it, bro. Go all out.
Okay, let's see. Where the freak was this one? It was pretty interesting.
Hammer drill it.
Oh, what time?
Sylvia Lopez.
Go for it.
This from Carlos Loves Yo. I think I already read one of his, but I'll read this one again. Have y'all seen the new robot girlfriend that came out? They look real and cost $150K.
Yeah, I seen it.
What is it? What is it?
Robot girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He ends with you two should buy one for NORBEEZ.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Go start GoFundMe. But you guys have heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
Tony has no palabra documentary scammer. So says the guy that didn't donate. Make sure you call him when we open up the phone lines, Chew Dog.
Hey. All right. So the homie Joker says, Marvelous, what do you think about the ICE raids in Bakersfield and more coming soon under Trump?
I think it's fucked up. What a time to hit the the raza, in this time of despair and shit.
But what does it have to do with Trump when Biden's in office right now?
That part right there. That part, yeah. Biden and Harris were the ones that changed the policies to allow ICE to move deeper into the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, but you were talking about the $150,000 girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you have to be a sick bastard. Honestly, you have to be a sick bastard to buy a doll like that. Spend $150,000, or was it 150,000, right?
150K.
That's how much it costs?
Yeah.
150K.
That's crazy.
You know, for somebody to like, this is my girl right here. How much did it cost?
And then do
150?
they introduce her?
Yeah. She doesn't
Or
talk
not.
back.
Wait, have you seen that movie Suburbia? It's with that Fox girl. She's supposed to be like an AI robot. And she looks bad as fuck in that thing too.
Yeah.
You guys should check
Go
it
to the
out.
next
It's
one.
on Netflix.
Anyway.
Let's see. OG Meonali. Question for Marv. Give us the most memorable tattoo that you did for someone and that had you feeling emotional. Maybe a portrait of a deceased one or a black or
The one I
backstory.
did for that woman that her son, well, she came to me to get a memorial piece, her and her husband, and it was for her son. Her son had just passed away. She's the one that I met that does she buys all the ingredients and the meat, or I think it's the meat and the chicken from for King Taco. So she's the one that I said she was giving me the rundown on the organic meat or beef that they buy from Australia, bro, because they go through an organic farm that raises their cows on grass-fed cows, because the ones over here on grass-fed. So anyway, she hits me up and she said that her son had he just graduated from Roosevelt High School, and he wanted, I guess he was scrolling through his Instagram, and he said, "Hey mom, when I pass away, I want you to go to get tatted by this guy, a memorial piece," and it was my page, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, so she was getting tatted, and after I finished, she was telling me the whole story, homie, and we all were crying right here. I felt bad, what a loss, her little boy,
Wow.
That was probably one of the most memorable ones.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's tough, man.
All right. 94YM says, I appreciate you going live more often. It's interesting every time. How long do you think it will take for the damage caused by the fires to be repaired and repopulated?
Read that again, bro.
How long do you think it will take for the damage caused by the fires to be repaired and repopulated?
What do you mean repopulated?
I mean,
like the houses?
yeah,
Where people can
They
start
have to
moving
build
back
a
in.
whole new community.
People
They got to
can-
build all those new houses from scratch.
How
That's
long do
going
you
to take
think?
about a year, 2 years, maybe. Who knows how long.
Yeah.
But that's not what's going to happen.
That's not?
That's going to be a smart city, bro.
Yeah, because Newsom has already hinted about it.
Well, I mean, it's
New
probably-
city, but they had to burn it first.
And then certain communities, they want certain people in that shit.
But you
They're
know-
not just gonna let anybody rent the shit.
Yeah, but you know what that reminds me of? Demolition Man.
What?
Demolition Man. You
But what
remember
part,
that
though?
movie?
Yeah, but
When
what?
they're already in the future. And
Okay.
they got those smart cities.
Right.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
smart
okay,
city. Everything. It's crazy. Taco Bell's gonna be the only.
No, it's
food
not,
out here,
bro.
man. I'm just saying.
That shit's dirty.
Yeah, somebody said, get Tony Pacifico. You know what? I haven't been drinking at all, bro. Right, Norbert? And Norbert knows.
We haven't. We haven't.
We haven't been drinking. The thing is that when I speak, honestly, I think a lot of people confuse marvelous anger with passion. I'm very passionate with what I say.
Yeah.
And I think we need more people like that because it just goes to show that you believe in what you're standing on, what you say. And I think we need more alpha males to stand up and speak truth and hiding your tail between your legs and going live on a podcast talking all that shit and never leave your house. But go ahead, bro.
All right. So and this other one's from Michael Rosas. I think Michael Rosas' birthday just happened, so happy birthday to Michael Rosas.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
He says, "What do you know about the underground of the JEDI Center?"
You know what? I've heard of that. I don't know, but they said that the fires were close to there, but I don't think they allowed it to get to the JEDI Museum. But I've heard, you know how I heard it through Brando?
Oh
That,
yeah,
that there is underground tunnels.
yeah. The one that was getting close to the fire was the villa.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Marvin?
So yeah, I know about the underground tunnels. There's actually a big old fucking ceremonial sacrificing thing. Supposedly there was a I don't know if it was a pyramid or whatever that's under there, and that was built on top of it. But I don't know if anybody has seen the plans for the houses that have gotten raided recently. They've released some of them and all those houses have tunnels that are connected to them.
Yeah.
And it's a trip too because there's some videos. There's one older video with Hugh Hefner, and I think he's in an interview with Bill Cosby, and he's talking about how they have a tunnel and it goes to it was an actor's house. I can't say the name of the actor. I don't remember who it was, but in the video they talk about it.
Damn.
Right there, and that's a trip, because I don't believe that these people, like, once you become a celebrity, you go pick out your pad, like, oh, I want to live in Beverly Hills or I want to live in the Hollywood Hills. I think these are options that are given to certain actors. Here, you have the option of moving here, here, and you got to keep up with your ceremony or whatever, and whatever they're showing the whole shit.
Shit.
That's
All
just
right.
what I think.
All right, guys. It's about 9:20. I think we should move on to
Go
the
ahead.
phone calls.
Go ahead.
We're gonna move on to phone calls. Let me just connect this right here and hope
Tony
God,
A,
it works.
get Big Herc on Rhodium. You know what? I've been trying to, my bro. I've been trying to. If you guys hear a little bit of feedback, all right. 1 2 1 2. Now, do you guys hear feedback? Let me know in the live chat. Do you guys hear feedback, or at least an echo? Because we got a speaker that we're gonna try to hear the phone calls through. Yo. That's a little bit too loud, my bro. Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
Tony's negative energy broke the sound.
All right. Let me see. Let me set this up.
Anybody in the comments too that's trolling or whatever, you don't sound down through a comment. Say your shit in person.
Hey,
Like, actually be with the business.
there you go.
Nah, mean.
Don't type and use your thumbs and
All
feel
right,
better
let me,
about yourself.
He's a finger banger.
All right, guys. So the number should be up there. It's 626-539-5795. If you want to make a phone call, now would be the time. Aside from that,
Mary Bell, thank you. Okay, I hear you, Tony. Like, once again, if you guys hear a little feedback, especially when we get the phone calls, please let us know, because we didn't have no headphones today. I wish I would have known. I got some beautiful, nice headphones at home. Norbert should have told me, but he didn't. And he's over here smiling like a fat kid eating a chocolate cake.
just to let you know, usually I'm on the other side. Unfortunately, the Jedi could not make it today, and he just happens to have the headphones. But,
He's at home using the Force inappropriately.
There you go. So the phone line is open if you want to call. I know I had about 4 calls before we started taking calls. So call. Okay, here we go.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Let's go.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Call from
28.
to accept, press 1.
He
To
said
send a
Tony A.
voicemail, press 2.
Let him through.
Yeah, you can barely hear it,
Call
too.
from
Zach.
Zach. Can you hear us? Zach?
Hello?
Yeah, Zach, are you there? Zach.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Is it? No way. Really?
Yes, we're right here. Domino's.
You're here with Tony A and Marvelous.
You don't want to turn it up, fool?
You can't hear it?
Oh, yeah, I can hear it. I'm
Oh,
just saying.
shit,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, we're
All right,
good.
go ahead.
Shout out to all of y'all. No, I just have a question.
Okay, man, shoot your question.
All right. So, in y'all's personal opinion, is Pendleton or FB County better? Like in y'all's personal opinion.
What was the question? I could barely hear him, bro.
I know, fool. Turn it up. What do you mean you can hear it, fool? Oh.
Sorry
Okay,
about
1
that.
2 1 2.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Don't worry.
You know what?
Bad. That's bad.
Okay, 1 2.
Yeah, that only happens because.
Anyways, go ahead with your question again, dog. My bad. Go ahead, homie.
No, you're good. Don't worry. Is FB County or Pendleton better?
I'm not
in
going to be
y'all's
able to do
personal
this, fool.
opinion?
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. All right, call
You know what?
You're,
Look at-
you're gonna have to call back, and I'm gonna do a little trick here. So call back.
Little trick. Give me 5 minutes. My bad, dog. So, anyways, did anybody hear what he said? It was about FB County or what?
If we look,
What's better, FB County or well? What's your favorite brand, anyways, bro?
I like it all, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm sponsored by Fashion Town. So much love and respect to my boy Jen. I think you just have to turn off the speaker, bro, because that's okay.
Disconnected, dog.
No, so we can hear the calls. But since it's closer to the mic, it's bleeding. I like them all, bro, because he just blessed me. This is my first.
Oh, your FB County one?
Yeah, this is my first one. So, and I want to give a shout out once again to
Accept,
Jen,
press 1. To send a
Fashion Town,
voicemail,
for
press
blessing me
2.
with this. So,
Oh, I've been to a store. Shout out to homeboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a pretty cool spot.
I like it all, bro. I mean, now when it came to Ben Davis and Dickies,
Call from
back then it was more Ben Davis, and then
To accept, press
my
1.
next
To
one
solo?
Send a
would be
voicemail,
where
press
the
2.
Frisco's.
Oh, Frisco's?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Dickies every once in a while, but you know.
Let's see. I don't know if they could hear us. Caller, can you hear us? It say anything.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Awesome.
Can you guys hear
Yeah,
us?
but can they hear on the
What's going on, brothers?
thing?
Yeah, they can hear it. They'll hear it.
Okay, put your phone right here so we can
Yeah,
hear
so we
it.
can hear it,
Oh,
bro.
no, it's coming out of this headphone.
Okay, so what's the
so how
caller?
we
What's the
gonna hear it?
question?
Marvelous.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Tony, just a quick question, man. What do you guys think about the Pope bringing in the Pachamama into the church, man?
I think it's disrespectful, and they should have slapped them with it, bro. You don't bring another
Right.
god and say that they're equal or above or any of that shit, especially when he's supposed to be a person of that leadership. Heck no, man. But it just shows the people what the Catholic Church is about. And yeah, I do say the whole Catholic Church because they're participating in this shit. You know?
Okay, now let me say this. First and foremost, this Pope right here is dirty. This is the first Pope that's ordaining homosexuals as priests.
Facts.
Okay, then he's bringing all these other religions and saying there's many roads to God, but there's only one God. We're all trying to stop all that, bro. Stop all of that. This is supposed to be the Catholic Church. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of Catholic people that are pissed off with this dude. Okay, this dude is no good. Honestly, if you're a Catholic, then go ahead and stick to your faith. But this guy right here, it's no good, bro. For him to be bringing that's idol worship, bro. You know, and I don't agree with it, and a lot of Catholics don't agree with it. But yeah, this one guy said on the live chat, it's blasphemy. It is, bro. It is. So other than that, I don't really have much to say about that dude. But when you get a chance, look up. I shared it on my Freaky Tales. Archbishop Malachi. Look up Malachi, Prophecy of the Last Pope. And he said from his time, there would be 112 popes left. And right now, if that prophecy is true, now keep in mind, this is not scripture. This is just a Catholic prophecy by him when he was visiting Rome, the 1100s, and he said he received a vision. And he said the last pope, okay, if you count them all, this guy, Pope Francis, is the last pope according to Archbishop Malachi. And he's the pope of destruction. And look what he's bringing in.
What do you think about it, bro?
True, brother. I agree the same thing, man. I think we're in the last times, man.
Yeah.
You know, the shit that we're seeing, the stuff that we're seeing has never been seen before. You
Facts, homie.
It's just crazy, man. You know, I come from a Christian background, and you know, I know a little bit of the Catholic faith and whatnot, but yeah, man, and it's just crazy what's happening, man. And people are not aware, you know, people are living their lives or whatever, but there's something definitely going on, and we need to wake up.
Yeah, definitely, homie. Yeah, send my respects your way, dog. Thank you for calling, homie. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks, fellas.
You
have a
too,
good
homie.
night.
Okay.
Go for it.
Call from.
Yo.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, can you hear us?
It's muffled.
It's muffled. Can you take it off speaker?
Speak directly into your phone.
I'm good, man. Give me 1 second, man, and go ahead and ask your question, man.
Yeah, you know what? I got a question for a shout out to you, to Marvelous, and to Tony A. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are firme vatos. You know what I mean? Like, you guys been handling this thing for a long time, my boy.
Appreciate you.
And I
Thank
got
you.
a question for Marvelous, though.
Thank you, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, Marvelous.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what are your thoughts, homie, on the alignment on the 25th, dog? Like, with all the planets and everything like that. Like, do you think that's some kind of like a portal? Or what do you think, homie?
So I think that they're doing a big old ritual that day, bro. I think that something has to happen. Like, I've been saying it, and I know it sounds crazy, but during these rituals or certain times of them using they use the sacred geometry, bro, and the number system of the alphabet and stuff to do a lot of their stuff or a lot of their sacrifices that they do. But it's important this time, or not this time, but like in this time right now, I meant, because according to biblical prophecy, we're at the end of it, homie, of the year 6000. You know, so I think that's why it's so big, and everything that falls in line with it too, as far as there being the last president, you know, no more popes, the Great Reset, all this stuff to be happening now. The planets aligning, all the alien stuff that's been going on right now. They want to push the narrative that there's diseases that cannot be cured, and all this stuff that I'm talking about is part of Revelations. It's all in Revelations. Diseases that they can't cure, the weather, the earthquakes, the hurricanes, the tsunamis, the times of, or the talks of war in the Holy Land. All this stuff is all happening right now. So that's why I feel it's really important to prepare for something. You know, even if it doesn't happen, just to be ready anyways, homie. But yeah, I think that aligning of these planets and shit like that is something that's supposed to go down, bro, with these cults, you know?
You
That's
know what?
right.
It's crazy. You know what? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready in a real way. Just like Sugar Free said. I'm not trying to make a joke about it, but you know what? This is the reality of the situation. Because you know what? I noticed that. I've been watching it. I've been following it. You know, Chino Grande, that's my homeboy, dog. You know what I mean? He knows it's cracking, homie. You know, like there's a lot of homeboys that, you know what's cracking, and I know you know what's cracking, dog. There's a lot of things. Like I read Dan Brown's books. I read this, read that. There's a lot of theories and this and that. But you know what? Like check this out. Like the fact of the matter is this: is we're headed into a storm. Are we ready? You think everybody's ready, Marvelous?
Nope, not at all. I don't even think you know, as much as like I feel that I know, bro, and I don't know a lot, homie. I'm not saying I'm smart at all, but I don't even feel that I'm ready. You know, if something were to happen, what are we really gonna do, bro? You know, we're getting prepared with all this stuff, and you can get as much weapons as you can get, but these people have technology that's beyond our comprehension. They got mosquitoes that can kill you. They got shit they could put in the air that could drop you. They got all this stuff, you know, and what are we gonna do? Be going at it with a riot team in the street? That's as far as we're gonna go with it, you know. But to be mentally prepared is, I believe, to become spiritually awakened, homie, and to realize what's going on. And
Amen.
if the inevitable is gonna happen in our demise of this whole shit, then that's what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna let you just snuff
You know
me
what?
out. And that's what I feel that our people have to prepare, because it's written in our blood, bro. Did we fight or did we just fucking let ourselves die?
That's true, because I'm a delivery driver, brother. You know, like I deliver stuff to military bases, to prisons and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And check this out. I delivered stuff, you know, because they're preparing stuff for you know, your NASA. You know, like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, wow, they're out. You know, like what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it makes you sit back and think and like, hey, is this technology should be like on top of their game? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, homie. Definitely. Hey,
You
but
know what I mean?
yeah, I appreciate you calling, homie. Thank you, dog. I appreciate your info too. I appreciate you, dog. You have a good
You
night,
know what I
homie.
mean? All right, my G.
All right,
hey,
carnal.
hey, gracias. Hey, Joe Rhymes. Hey, be cool, dog.
All right,
All
homie.
right.
Okay.
A rato.
Much love, respect to Lily Floyd. She was in the live chat. Yeah, passed up. Lily Floyd was good.
Definitely shout out to her. All right, all right.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, your name. Where are you calling from?
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Call from.
Oh yeah.
To accept,
What happened?
press
Did I go
1.
through, bro, or
To
what?
send a voice.
Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
What's up, man? Javier.
Good. Try to speak a little bit closer to the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
There you go. Do you have a question for Marvelous and Tony?
Yeah, my name's Javier.
Hey, what's up, Javier? How you doing, bro? Go for it.
I had a question. Don't you think all this shit is bullshit?
Like what, bro?
Everything.
Like what?
Everything.
Everything like the Bible and just everything that we know?
Life.
Life is bullshit? Okay, let me hear your reason, bro. Why do you think life is bullshit? Or do you think that?
Yes.
You think that life is bullshit? Why do you think you're here? That is for nothing? There's no reason?
Just like plant matter, the things you kill. You kill cat. We kill living things like cows and pigs and things.
Right.
It's just life is just bullshit.
Okay, so if we're living life
We live. Look, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
We wake up and everything's the same. We do the same thing over and over every single day.
Uh-huh.
Nothing changes unless you make it change.
Okay.
But the majority of the people live through the same thing every day. Even you guys will do the same thing every day.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your thing, you guys deal with people like us.
We deal with people
else.
like you. You're saying?
Well, everything.
I think he's referencing
everything's
like
just so
the
repetitive.
Truman Show kind of.
Everything's so repetitive.
Okay.
Everything is so repetitive.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that part. What you're saying, homie. So if everything's repetitive, right, and it's the same, do you have a job? If you don't mind me asking, bro, I don't mean to get personal with you, but do you have a job?
I'm in sales.
You're in sales, but you have a job, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why?
Yes, sir.
Why do you have a
Because I have
job?
to pay the bills.
To pay the bills?
Because I have kids.
But your bills
have a
don't
kid.
mean shit, and your kids' lives don't mean shit. With all respect, because you're saying it doesn't mean shit. You're saying it's the same
No,
repetitive thing, and
well-
we're just here though.
Well, I've been through this. My kids are a little bit grown, and
Okay,
things are already getting too repetitive for everybody.
right.
We wake up with the same bullshit. We wake up with everything else. Everything is repetitive.
Right,
The same shit.
right.
Everything's great, good, bad, nothing good. It's just everything's repetitive.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Can something repetitive or something that you think is bullshit, can you change it for the better or no?
Maybe you can.
There's not a maybe. I mean, there's either you can, because if you don't make moves or the first step, you're not gonna get nowhere, right? So
can I
either
ask
you
you
could
a question?
sit
Can I
there.
ask you a question?
You could sit there and
Can I
soak
ask you a
in your.
question?
Wait up, let me answer you real quick, bro. Real quick, with all respect, homie. You could sit there and soak in your own shit, or you could fucking get up and take steps to make it better and not ask questions on why it's not better or why things aren't working out for you. You could do it for the betterment, even more so because you got kids, homie. It's not just you. You're
Oh,
gonna
of
sit.
course.
You know, your kids could have this big old dream, homie, a big old dream, and you could destroy that by them hearing their.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
though?
yeah. Go ahead, homie. Go ahead.
Let's move on.
The president of the United States has a kid. Whoever was asked about, what's his name?
Barron.
No, I think it's not about Biden.
Oh, Biden? I
Not
don't
Barron.
know. Oh,
Not-
Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter.
oh, you're thinking ahead, my boy.
Oh, Hunter.
Hunter, right?
That
Hunter.
dude, Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter had everything in life,
Uh huh.
and he's depressed. And life doesn't mean nothing to him.
But
Why does life mean anything to anybody else?
But that's the thing.
When a millionaire, a son of a president,
I'm gonna.
needs what?
I
What
pre-
does life mean?
I'm gonna tell you
What
right
does
now.
life mean, brother?
All right, look. I appreciate you calling. I'm gonna answer you, bro. But I'm gonna get to the next caller. While I answer, I appreciate.
Yeah, because these calls
what-
are repetitive. Let's go.
I repeat what you're asking.
What
And
does life-
I'm gonna
what
answer
does
you real
life
quick,
mean?
homie. Okay, so go ahead. You could go to the next one, and then let me answer you, bro, real quick. Go ahead. So where was I gonna go with this, Tony? You fucked me up right now, bro, with that shit. What you said.
Yeah, you're gonna answer
That Tony wanted to jump to the
this
screen,
question
huh?
about the son, about the president's
Okay,
son.
so
Smoking crack is repetitive. That's what he does.
his son, right?
Call from-
He said that his son has everything, or he's assuming that he has everything because maybe he has
press 1.
money.
To
You don't have
send
to
a
take the call
voicemail,
yet,
press
NORBEEZ.
2.
Wait, let me finish this real quick, bro. So he may assume that, or we may assume that people might have everything because they got cars, they got everything, but they don't got happiness. They don't got love. They don't got all this. You see the richest people in the world wishing that they weren't rich no more, wishing that people didn't notice them no more, wishing for themselves that they could go somewhere and not be noticed or not be accused of some shit. I'm sure the people on the JEDI's list or the people that were at Epstein's Island, maybe they just went to a party. Who knows if they participated in anything, but because we're out here assuming all these things about these people, we're just pushing a fake ass or a false ass narrative on their lifestyle when we don't even know how they live or where their hearts are at. So that dude, the kids or whatever
To
to these
accept,
people
press 1.
might have
To send a
money, but
voicemail,
they don't have
press
real
2.
true happiness. That's what I'm trying to get. So we could sit here and say, oh, you know what? Fuck, yeah, I gotta move or whatever situation, or you can make the best out of it.
Okay, next time just hang up, bro. Okay, this is the. Estoy durmiendo.
That's what I was saying.
Caller, your
Go ahead,
name and where you calling from?
No. I hear you guys, dude. Hey, I'm from Carlos from Anaheim.
What's up, homie? How you doing?
I was hearing the recent one, dude.
Yeah.
It's a fucking trip. I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Everybody's going through something though, homie. Homie, he probably just thinking about life a little bit too deep right now, and we all do that though. We all do that, bro. And sometimes looking at somebody for an answer isn't the best thing, because the person's only gonna give you an answer based on how they're doing at the time or what they've been through, bro. And it's not necessarily what we've been through, so we can't accept everybody's answer as factual shit.
Hey, truth be told, I just called into Freaky Tales with Tony. Remember, I just talked about, I don't know if you can recollect, I talked about the Seventh Day Adventist.
Yeah.
And it's me calling again.
Oh, okay. Okay, what's good, my bro?
Dude, it's like, I believe, like, you know what, when you speak to people like, how you just say, Nephilim and all this, it's like, dude, when you talk to the people, they look at you as crazy. You're like, nah. Like, it's either a Catholic church or a Christian church. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to see the good and the bad. But when you see history and see what's going on, look at what's going on. I don't know if you guys looked at right now. Have you guys looked at what's going on with Romania right now?
What?
That they got, they tried to do a democratic vote, and they got overthrown by NATO.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Nah.
Romania right now.
Yeah, I didn't even know
They
about
got
that.
overthrown.
Oh, wow. Thank you for...
Yeah, look into it. They got overthrown. So what NATO is trying to do is they're trying to build a base in Romania, but the Romanian people, the government, is trying to say, challenge, like, we're not with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn.
So what they're trying to say is that, yeah, they got abolished. I guess they have two sorts of when they get like what is it like right now with Trump, we have one, right? We vote him once. With the Romanian, you got to vote him twice. And the guy that was legit and he's against everything, he was like, hey, I won once. And then the second time, which he was supposed to get voted, it got obliterated. Like they're not going with it.
Damn, that's crazy.
So what I'm trying to say right now is like, if you or people don't understand what's going on, the Romanian government right now with the Sean Ryan, he had him on his podcast. He's trying to say like, dude, the United Nations was funded for a protective government, right? Like everybody contributes to the United Nations, but now they're trying to do an offensive with Russia.
All right. Hey, bro, I got to get to the other callers, homie, but I appreciate that information, dog. Thank you so much, homie.
Very informative. Thank you.
All right. For sure.
Thank you, homie. I send my respects, dog. Thank you.
Thank you.
Call from
They clicked exactly when I picked
That's all
up.
right. Let's get the next one done. Hey, sorry if I cut that one off a little bit too early, but there's so much time we got, homie. My bad.
Just call in and ask your question, bro.
You wanna read some of the super chats, fool?
Like
we got
dudes
the
are calling
caller.
in, reading
Caller,
commentaries.
your name and where you
We're at
calling from?
9:45 already.
call from
NORBEEZ.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press
There was
2.
what happened, Norbs.
I don't know, but he knows me. That hand didn't go through. So.
Call from
Demon.
I'm about to
You
quit.
say demon?
Amen.
to accept, press
It's a demon, fool. Diamond.
We're getting a ton of calls that are just coming in,
How
and
come you're not answering them?
if for some reason it's not picking up.
Then let's just end it, dog. Just go to
Give me
the super chats.
1 second right here. Just take
Hello?
this last
To
call.
Go, he's
accept,
right there.
press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, your name, where you calling from? Caller?
Call from
Hello.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Valió verga,
If
Google.
they're already on, homie, why is it hanging up on them?
this damn app.
Go to the super chats, doc. That shit is dumb.
All right, guys. Normally we use Tagatone, but Tagatone took a shit tonight, and we couldn't use it. So
Blame it on Norbert.
blame it on me.
Okay, now you could turn off that headphone because you're still getting bleed. You're still bleeding.
All right, guys. Let me sign off on that because
I'm just gonna give my fucking number, dog, so they could call. I hate all this shit. It's the stupidest
No, it's
shit.
gonna be the same thing. We need the headphones.
No, because I could play speaker right here, dog. I could hold my phone up. You don't need nothing.
I could have done that too.
I always say to do it. Anyways, go to the shit.
Oh. All right, guys.
Oh.
We're gonna go into the super chats. Soon as they load, because I think locking up on us. All right, here we
My
go.
bad. Next time I'm gonna get my number out. Okay, you guys. My bad. I apologize. I know you guys get on me in the messages for all this shit, but I apologize. Go for it.
All right, we got so we're not taking any more calls. So if you are calling, sorry, we are not taking calls. The first super chat is from Green Eye 33. She dropped $9.99. It was the first super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
She didn't put anything, but then we got Victor Aguilar dropped $2. Says, what are some personal goals for this year? Marvelous and Tony.
Go for it, bro.
Um.
What's your goal, homie?
Well, somebody kind of asked on the live chat right there. On Rhodium Radio, on that, I only have 2 more interviews and then it's a wrap. I'm supposed to have a guest on there that's never been on there for my next one. He hasn't given me a date. I'm thinking about just cutting him off and going with somebody else. My last guest is already booked. I've been doing Freaky Tales like twice a week. But again, just to reiterate what I said last time, when people say, why are you ending it? I had a 5-year goal, and that was it. You know, I believe that Rhodium Radio did what it was supposed to do, and it's time for me to move on into my next adventure. You know, maybe I'll run away and join the circus or move to Israel and become an archaeologist. I don't know.
Hey.
What you got going on, Norbs?
Just same, just letting the universe lay out the path for me. That's it.
The universe. Okay, how are you going to receive that message?
How?
Yeah, how?
Phone calls, people calling me.
Get it.
I'm only going to go as far as I accept to go to,
Right.
You're gonna go places, bro.
Hey,
That's good.
Appreciate you.
All good.
Positive vibes.
That's right. All right. So we got Isaiah Chavez dropped $5. He says, what do you guys think about the Pope introducing? Oh, I think we already answered that, huh? The Pachamama.
Yeah, the weak ass Pope.
Okay, we got.
You've
that.
got a lot of people pissed off. That's all I'm going to say. That guy for him to be ordaining homosexuals, bro.
Hey.
And where if he believes and stands on the scriptures, he knows what it says about that, bro. Now I'm not saying that to hate those people that choose to live that lifestyle, but my thing is this: that if you're going to be a pope, then you better stand on what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be compromising that shit. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, Enrique Ledesma dropped $1.99. Says, "Oh shit, the gloves are coming off." 94M dropped $1.99. Says, "Run a friendly fade, guys. Just kidding. Good show."
Thank you.
Chris from Arizona dropped $5. Says, "The pyramids in Central America are older than the ones in Egypt."
Facts. Thank you, Chris.
Isaiah Chavez dropped $2. Says, "Norby talking out of his ass, thinking he's smart."
Amen.
I don't think. I know.
Tony's going to join Zumba and yoga again.
94M says, well, he dropped $1.99, and I'm getting grilled out here saying, "Norbs, get in the gym, fat boy." I mean, eventually. I mean, if you guys want to drop my membership price on the super chat, go right ahead. I think it's like,
I don't understand why people go to the gym, bro. You don't need to go to the fucking gym. Just get your ass off your fucking couch and do it. You don't need to go to the gym take a selfie and shit. The fuck?
I mean, just last night I had a workout, but
yeah, you ran to the fridge.
it's really far. Victor Aguilar dropped $2. Un saludos pa toda la flota.
Somebody said, talk about SPM getting denied parole. what do you say, divorcing Carolyn Rodriguez. Okay, we already know that because Carolyn Rodriguez shared that about 2 years ago on my podcast. And SPM was denied. We all know why. He's got 3 more years before he could see parole. By the time he gets out, bro, he's gonna be probably 80 years old, bro. So nobody should worry about him. But you know what? I like that new law that they want to pass, Norbert.
Oh, wasn't that in Alabama, Mississippi,
No.
somewhere in the South?
Hold on.
Which one?
I'm gonna read it to you right now. I posted it up on Instagram, and I captioned it. Let's see who gets triggered. Okay, and let me read it real quick. Now this is just pedophiles could see death penalty under new House GOP bill taken off the streets permanently. Okay, and then this Republican
Castrate
said,
them. They should castrate them like fucking Florida does.
so she said this: the days of inaction against those who prey on children and sexually abuse adults are over. Pedophiles deserve the death penalty or to rot in jail where they belong. No mercy, no escape, and that's Republican Luna.
Facts.
And believe it or not, Trump is actually backing that bill up.
All right.
And let me tell you something. And for all you guys that are out there that are preying on these kids, I want to give a shout out to all the Instagram pages that go against these predators, that expose them, that put their pictures up. We need more like that, okay? Because let me tell you something. A lot of you guys go online and talk about people, oh, he's a PC and he's this and he's that. Expose those pedophiles as well.
Yeah.
Expose them, bro, because you guys that have children, you guys shouldn't be letting these guys run wild.
And it's not only for the dudes, it's for mothers too. You know, there's mothers that let their fucking young sons be with older women too. You know, and those fucking chicks are the dirtiest shit ever.
Yeah. So SPM, a lot of people say, you know what? Well, there's no proof. There's no proof. The proof is that he's in jail. That's it, bro. So go ahead, Norbert.
All righty. Let's see. We have Isaiah Chavez dropped $2. Tony speaking true facts. Jaguar Thunder dropping $9.99. Saludos, Marvelous, Tony, Norbert, and the rest of the team.
Thank you,
up
homie.
the
Thank you,
good
Jaguar.
work.
Appreciate you, bro.
Green Eyes, okay.
Thank you, Green Eyes. I appreciate you.
All right. Alfred Best dropped 99 cents and put a dumbbell.
What? Who?
Shoot, I lost it. Alfred Best.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, T. Perez dropped $1.99. Have you looked into Duke of Montezuma de Tultengo?
No. Go to the next
Tony?
one, bro.
No.
I don't even know what you said.
I know. That's why I'm saying go to the next one.
Green
He's gonna
Eyes.
spend an hour trying to.
Green Eyes dropped $4.99 and didn't say anything. Appreciate that. Alfred.
Thank you so much.
Alfred Best dropped $4.99. Any recommendation, tips, advice about starting a podcast?
Any
we do that?
recommendations? Yeah,
Didn't
we
we
did
do
that
that?
already.
Yeah.
I think we did in the beginning, right?
Like again, let me just reiterate what I said, that if you're going to go ahead and start a podcast and it's going to be something good, something beneficial, where people can learn, where people can be blessed, where people can learn something different and walk away with some type of knowledge, then go for it. But it's going to take time, because keep in mind that positivity doesn't sell. Okay. Now, once again, if you just want to run a shit show and get some crazy numbers, cool. Your podcast will probably be over in about a year or two. Okay. Because the people that you're talking shit about and starting beefs with and starting drama with are going to come looking for you. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is.
All right. And we have Enrique Ledesma dropped $4.99. Actually, I think you read that one, right?
What was it?
The one about thoughts on SPM getting denied parole.
Yeah, you're going over them, bro.
No. I read it on there.
On that.
Yeah, but it wasn't a paid one.
Oh, it wasn't a paid one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let me read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me read it either way. Thoughts on SPM getting denied parole and divorcing Carolyn after she got busted doming him up. Doming him up? NORBEEZ, keep up the bad work.
Doming him up? Okay. Okay, look. I interviewed Carolyn twice. Okay. And I asked her the question on my episode, why did you marry him knowing that what he was convicted of? And she said, this was her answer, and I'm just repeating what she said. I didn't believe he was guilty. That was it. I've interviewed other people that have direct contact with SPM, and they say, I believe he's innocent. look, man, my thing is this: like, you could be homies and say he's innocent, but when there's prior after prior after prior that these little girls and their parents have been filling out paperwork against you, eventually it's going to stick. I would understand, Marlon, if it's maybe one complaint, but when you have multiples,
Yeah, it was a couple of them.
when you have multiple,
I think two.
I'm sorry, bro. You know, the guy was convicted, and anybody that says otherwise, then they have to be suspect. You know, so.
There you have it.
And let me say one last thing, because people have asked me, would you ever interview SPM? I'm going to say something to you viewers. First and foremost, no, I wouldn't. Okay? I wouldn't bring him to my house, number one, because I wouldn't be able to protect him of his safety, and I probably wouldn't be able to protect myself after that either. Okay? Now, the crazy part is, let's just say if he were to get out tomorrow, the same people that say, Tony A, you're a buster if you interview SPM. Tony A, you're a buster if you interview Tekashi. Those same people that would say that to me, if Tekashi or SPM showed up on Joe Rogan, those same people would be watching Joe Rogan.
Facts.
Marvelous, would you interview him?
No.
But because I'm Raza or somebody of Raza interviews him, all of a sudden we play selective politics and we want to put that shit on him. So, next one.
Enrique Ledesma dropped 199, said, the plasma on the full moon has you vatos
Going
on
crazy.
edge. Care to anything? All right, it seems that that is all for the super chats as far. So thank you everyone that gave into the super chat. Much appreciated. I do see we have 238 likes and about 500 people watching. So I would appreciate it if you hit that like button and help
Hit the like button.
help the episode get into the algorithm and the channel. So if you could help us out with that, like if you can't give into super chat, you know, we would appreciate a like also.
Yeah.
Aside from that, that is all for the super chat.
That's it.
All right, guys.
Any final thoughts?
Just one right here. Green
for it,
Eyes,
bro.
33. Facts, Tony, I'm a survivor. And it pisses me off when people tell me, oh, we thought you were lying. See, it is women like that people need to hear. You know, it takes a lot for her to have said that. The sad part is that when you have these so-called women on the other side that lie and that fake shit, when a real woman cries out, nobody believes them anymore because these right here come up so much lying.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. So, Green Eyes, much love and respect.
Definitely.
Go for it, Norbs.
You know what? It's been it was a very good episode. I think we got a very insightful. We learned a lot, and I think that's what Marvelous Minds is here for, right?
Thank you, bro.
We're
Appreciate
here to like spread information, make people think about things that that really it was really a waste of time, like other people would push onto the audience. And I'm glad that we were able to talk, conversate. Not a debate, but listen to each other, and that's something that a lot of us need to be able to do is listen.
Facts.
Not just jump the gun and judge and try to go against. Just listen.
Facts.
And that's all. Back
Thank
to
you, bro.
Marvelous.
Thank you. Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. Thank you for Tony for coming through. Thank you, Norbee, for helping me with everything you helped me with. I want to say this because I do get some messages about NORBEEZ and shit like that. Me and NORBEEZ are friends. He's a friend, so whatever I say on the show, NORBEEZ knows how I am. I clown, he clowns me back and forth. I don't give a fuck about people clowning me, so I'm sure he don't give a fuck about people clowning him because he clowns me as much throughout the day. So people don't know that relationship. I'm not picking on him. I'm sure Tony ain't picking on him, or nobody's picking on him, or none of that shit going on. But so just thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you guys receive something throughout this podcast tonight. I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate your comments, everything, your donations. Thank you so much. And more than anything, I appreciate your prayers. Thank you so much. Going through a little obstacle right now with this whole moving situation, so I really appreciate all those that are reaching out to me. Thank you for watching me on Tony's show, The Rhodium and Freaky Tales. And just all my love and respect. Prepare. Big earthquake coming. I recalled that shit from a long time ago. You could check out Tony's podcast to see all the shit that I have said that was gonna happen and fucking did happen. There's a big event gonna happen, and I hate to say it, but get the fuck out of California.
Jesus.
Get out of California.
Just one more from Pelon 915. He gifted 5 memberships for the channel. Much appreciate you,
Thank
Dev.
you, homie. Thank you.
Okay, my last words. Do I get any?
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I forgot you were here.
Marvelous. How did I do tonight?
Good, homie. That Chicano brown shirt.
Hey.
Firme, vato.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank first and foremost Marvelous for the invitation. This was only my second time coming here. I truly enjoyed myself. I actually got a chance to speak on a lot of things that have been on my heart, especially when it comes to the protection of women and the protection of children. So whenever somebody talks to me about the SPM, or I don't have no time to entertain some shit like that, bro. You know, you hurt a woman or you hurt a child, bro. Let me tell you something. You're gonna have an angry God on your hands. Okay, that's one thing you don't play around. With that being said, I want to thank everybody on the live chat, everybody who gave, everybody who called in. We apologize for the calls, for not being able to get through. But now I just want to leave you guys with take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and you know what? God bless. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.